Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Dr. Angela Cudger, and I am the founder of Legacy Holistic Health Institute and a licensed metaphysician and healer. Thank you so much for joining me again here. If you are already a subscriber, thank you for all your likes, shares, and your subscribes as we continue to put out conscious content that helps elevate so many people. Now, if you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. As always, we share energy by giving a thumbs up for the content that is shared and putting a comment. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you really enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button and join us back for another round of content, some more information. Now, today we're going to be talking about the root chakra, also known as Muladhara. Now, if you're new to chakras, these are energy centers at different points along the body. There is, in this series, we're going to be talking about the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, throat, third eye, crown, mouth of God, soul star, and earth star chakras in this particular series. And so for the purposes of this video, we're going to cover in detail the root chakra, what imbalances of that chakra look like, and what we can do, some quick, simple ways to go ahead and be able to actually heal that particular chakra. Now, let's talk a little bit about what the root chakra governs. So the root chakra develops itself, much like all the other chakras, between the ages of 1 and about 7 years old. But in that 7 years, the root chakra is going to develop itself between years 1 and probably about 3.5 to 4 years old. This is where we first start to see kind of those terrible twos, right? The root chakra governs our security. It governs our ability to be able to feel stable and grounded where we are. It governs our ability to feel like we are protected, like we belong here. And it also governs our ability to feel like we are separate from other human beings. Now, here's what that looks like in a child. This is where they start to first define who they are, and they get some glimpse of the fact that they are actually separate from their parents. They're a separate or totally separate person, right? So you'll hear them say no a lot. You will hear them, this is where the conversation where you'll tell them to stop, you'll tell them to don't touch that, quit, things like that. And what we have to realize, one of the things that I didn't realize until much later on as a parent, my son's a teenager, but when I started to study the chakras as a metaphysician, one of the things that I learned was when we tell kids no, stop, don't, we are telling them that most of the time during the time that their chakra is actually, this chakra is actually developing. And so they grow up with kind of a sense of insecurity. They grow up sometimes feeling like they're fearful. Oh, should I do that? Is someone else going to tell me no? Is someone else going to stop me, block me, get in the way, right? They grow up being less fearless, right? And a little bit more fearful because of how they're taught and because of how they're treated in the time frame of their life where this chakra is actually developing. So that's one thing to kind of keep in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is that when it comes to the root chakra, it is located at the bottom portion of our spine. So from where our reproductive system would be, that is where this chakra is, through to where the tailbone and lower part of the spine would be. So when we're talking about imbalances to this particular chakra, you're looking at things like lower bowel imbalances. We're looking at things like incontinence. We are looking at things like lower abdominal pain, things that have to do with lower spine pain, lower back pain, these types of things. The other imbalances that might not show in the physical body, but that might show in someone's physical lifetime, have to do with them feeling insecure, having to do with money problems overall, having to do with them feeling like they are enough, that they have battles with unworthiness, right? Or they have a tendency to be much more fearful. They don't want to go out at night. They don't want to try new things. This is a surefire sign that the root chakra is imbalanced. It is imbalanced, right? Now, when we're talking about chakras, we have to remember that when one chakra is out of balance, another chakra might step up and start to get the body and the chakra system back to a place of harmony. So when one is under or over utilized, then another chakra you might see another chakra show its imbalances as well, and it steps up to try to harmonize and make sure that the other chakra gets back to where it needs to be. All of our chakras are on and functioning. So we'll talk a little bit about this in the third eye video. Like, for example, people think that the third eye has to be open. It's always open. It just needs to be used, right? It just needs to be sensed, right? And so we want to make sure that we understand how these chakras, these energy centers work. They are always giving us information. Like, for example, the root chakra, when it is nice and balanced, it feels like we have these roots from our feet that plant down into Mother Earth and give us this strong sense of belonging, that whatever we do here, we cannot get wrong, that whatever we do here, we are protected, we are cared for, we are secured, right? We are taken care of because we are a part of Mother Earth, and everything that we do makes sense on this planet. We are needed here. That's a well-balanced and strong root chakra. And so when we look at how do we balance this back out, say you're a person that has, some of these symptoms, or you're a person that has some of these imbalances, or you just want to continue to stabilize or keep your root chakra in a place of harmony, there's a bunch of things we can do. The first thing we can do is called grounding. And grounding allows us to reconnect with Mother Earth, which is the number one reason why we have this chakra. And so when we are grounding ourselves, we want to go outside. We want to put our bare feet on the ground. And what I mean by that is you want to put your skin onto the surface of the earth. This can be done in sand, it can be done in water, it can be done on grass. Some people say you can ground on concrete, but asphalt you cannot ground on. But we want to make sure that no matter where we are communing with Mother Earth in nature and grounding, meaning putting our bare skin onto the surface of Mother Earth. The next thing that we could do to help balance or bring our chakra to a place of harmony is journaling. Journaling is a great way to write about if you feel like you picked up fears or you have things from your childhood. It's a great time to journal about these things. It's a great time to write out what these things meant to you. And you can even write a petition that allows for you to do a return to sender. If you guys want a separate video on how to do a petition to disconnect from someone else's opinions, beliefs, and theories that you've picked up that are not your own, but you still battle back and forth with those, there is a way you can do a return to sender ritual or return to sender thing where you can send back the energy and then to start to develop your own sense or your own way of doing things. And if you're someone who wants that, put that in the comments for me after you hit that thumbs up and share this video as well. And now would be a good time to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already yet and you're enjoying the content, right? So the other way besides journaling and grounding is crystal therapy. Crystal therapy allows us to use crystals, which are directly from Mother Earth, to then start to heal the chakras. Now, I'll talk about crystal therapy in all of the different chakras because they just make sense. But when we're talking about crystal therapy as it relates to the root chakra, we're talking about crystals that are red, that are red-orange, that are green, that are sand-colored, brown-colored, tan-colored, white-colored, or clear quartz, right? You're looking for crystals that are closer to the earth or earthy tones, okay? And you especially want those crystals that are bright red and those crystals that are brown or tan, okay? And so you can either have these in the tumbled form. Tumbled stones are shiny, or you can have them in the earth form or the normal form, which means they're in crystal form, they're in rough form, they're in organic form. They haven't been shined or anything like that. And so you want to make sure that you have some kind of crystals with you. You can wear them on your body. Some women like to use yoni eggs as a form of crystal therapy. Some people like to do crystal baths, where they put the crystals after they charge the stones, they put them into the tub. Before they get into the tub, they speak over the water and then allow themselves to sit with those particular crystals and those intentions, right? And if you want a separate video on that, let me know that as well. We can do that. But That's crystal therapy. Okay. You want to make sure stones are charged properly before you actually use them, before you set intentions and use them. Now, you can stack these different remedies to help heal a specific chakra system, or you can use them individually by themselves. So, for example, you can either take your bath, your crystal therapy bath by itself, or you can journal, meditate, and then do a bath, right? Now, meditation is the other form of therapy that can be done when we're talking about balancing out any of the chakras, but especially the root chakra. You can take the opportunity to sit quietly and then allow yourself to see a bright red center in the space of where your root chakra is located on your body. And this is very important, and it can be very, very, very effective. And so we can make sure that we are doing this on a regular basis to keep that chakra in a space of harmony. And then, like I said, you can stack these or you can do them one at a time. But either way you do it, it's a great way to make sure that this particular chakra stays balanced. If you're having some inharmonies with these types of chakras, there is going to be a link in the video below, the link in the comments, below, that will allow you to get access to what we like to call Chakra Balance Blitz. Chakra Balance Blitz gives you different recipes, EFT or tapping or frequency techniques that you can actually use to help balance out your chakras. It's a 7-week course. It only covers the basic 7 chakras, but like I said, in this series, we're going to add 3 more to that. Okay. And so I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're able to watch all of the videos in this series and you use this content to make your life that much better and bring you to a space of harmony. Thank you again for sharing time and space with me. I'll see you next time. Love and light.